turning misery into his mission. A local man is hoping to improve your mental health by having real conversations, especially surrounding suicide. We're joined today by Dennis Gillan, who's going to tell us a little bit more about an event that's coming up. Dennis, it's always great to have you here, and I know it's a topic that you talk about a lot. It's a topic that a lot of people just have a really hard time talking about, and that is suicide. But you have a personal story related to this concerning two of your brothers.
Yes, and you said it right in the intro. My misery's become my mission, and the misery was I lost not one, but two brothers to suicide, 11 years apart.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
just heartbreaking.
One is brutal. We have over 50,000 in America, and two, it wrecked our family, let's be honest.
And we see it in the news all the time of, we don't even want to mention the word suicide. It's hard to even talk about it. At what point in your devastation did you realize this is something that has happened to me and it happens to people every day, but I want to go past that and turn it into this mission?
I did a couple things. One, I went to my man cave for like 16 years. I didn't talk about it at all, and I couldn't even say that sentence without crying. Then I worked on the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and I could do that anonymously. And then one day in South Carolina, I got asked to do a talk at a fundraiser.
Right.
And then that was it. The fuse was lit.
And you were able to do it because I think something. It's always a hard, and that's the reason it's called. It's a tough subject because people don't know how to talk about it, and it's. Some people were scared, like if I talk about it, is it going to make someone that may be having thoughts do something, or could it have the opposite effect?
Studies have shown that will not happen. In fact, think about someone who's in a depressed state. You don't think they've thought about it already?
Right.
Like you're going to put that idea in their head? No. And what we're going to do at this event, and we're going to go upstream and talk about mental health, get really cool talking about mental health. So when we come down to my end of the woods, suicide prevention, I'm not needed anymore. That would be like my dream, right?
Put you out of business,
Yes.
right?
It would be awesome.
Right? And I think we see a lot of these stories too, and the thing that everybody says is I had no idea that person was in that place.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the mental health conversation comes in, like being able for people to understand that it could happen to anyone, but we need to have that honest conversation about where people are concerning their mental health.
And that's it. We'll go over risk factors, warning signs, but you're right, Marcus. Sometimes it's a blind side. It's just out of nowhere. But after you look back and you do like a psychological autopsy, there were little clues along the way, and different people had them. And when we all get together, we put the puzzle together like, oh, darn it, he was struggling, she was struggling.
Right.
So let's try to pick that off earlier.
And there's no race, there's no age. It could happen. We have kids that do it, unfortunately.
Annie, this bracelet I'm wearing was a 12-year-old girl. The worst offenders are older folks, 44 and higher. And then it doesn't matter. Mental health doesn't discriminate. It can impact us all. And then with suicides, 80% of all suicides are men. Women have more attempts. We're all in this together.
When does someone step in? You know what I'm saying? Like if someone, you feel like, gosh, I just, they're saying some weird stuff, because everybody always tries to be so nice and they don't want to step on toes and they don't want to, hurt someone's feelings.
Especially in the South.
Yes, but it's like at what point are you like, because I am worried about you. You've said some things that.
How can I help?
Great question. And from a guy who lost two brothers to suicide, you step in early and often. I'd rather you be embarrassed.
Okay.
And then be a pallbearer. Let's be honest.
Oh,
Yes.
that's good.
And then you're marred by the what ifs.
Would have, could have, should have. You don't think I have a million of them in my head every day?
Yeah.
Step in early and often. That's what I would say to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for this event that's coming up, this is a great opportunity for people to listen to and talk about this tough subject. Tell us all the details of when it's happened. Is it a ticketed event, and how do we get those?
Sure. March 18th, Center Stage Theater, 501 River Street, 7 o'clock. We'll wrap up around 8:15, 8:30. Then we're going to go next door to Limoncello because we have to debrief.
Right.
Yes.
Get a cannoli out of the deal.
Exactly.
And then it's ticketed. It's on halfasorrow.org. You go halfway down my website. There's a spot to ticket. $15 suggested donation. If you just want to show up and come for free, we'll do it. It's just, we need to have this conversation.
I'm glad you're not putting any barriers on the conversation. And there's a podcast that's associated with this too, so they can find a way to come, maybe have you be a speaker if they can't make it to this event, but definitely make it to that event on March 18th. halfasorrow.org is the website to go check out. Thank you for what you're doing.
Yeah, we're going to put this on our website too, so if you miss any of that, and most importantly, listen, if you are sitting there at home right now, if someone maybe it's you, if you're ever contemplating suicide, please remember that there are so many people out there that want to help you and that can help you. The number right there on your screen, just call 988-lifeline.org. Let people in.
Yeah, and of course, if it's a direct emergency, you can always go to 911. So, Dennis, thank you so much for what you do. We'll see you on the 18th.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.